Sunday evening must mean one thing: more whiskey and another review. This week I have the Kilkerran Heavily Peated Batch 2. I was actually in Edinburgh a couple of weeks ago, walked into a whiskey shop and I seen this and I thought, can't believe people still have this. This is very hard to find. Got it at a very reasonable price. I think I paid £44 for it, which is really good for what it is. So I thought I was going to open it when I got home. I decided not to. I actually forgot I had it when I was just looking through the cupboard today, and I came across it and I thought, let's get this opened and let's give it a try. I've tried it before. I remember trying it at a whiskey festival. I did really enjoy it, so hopefully I can get the same result. It might change, it might be different, my mood might have been different then, who knows. But really enjoy Kilkerran stuff, everything that they've done. Their 8-year-old Sherry Bomb, just one of my favourite drams. I've actually not got much of that left, which is quite sad. So I'm hoping this can step up and be a very good replacement for it. So heavily peated, and this is the batch 2 as well. So it's high ABV, 60.9% ABV. So I think my very first sip's going to be pretty intense because I've not had a dram beforehand. We're just going to go straight in. So what I want to do is get this uncorked and in the glass. Another uncorking, eh? Pretty cool. Like, let's see if we can. There we go. See what kind of pop we get with this guy. It's crazy when you smell it in a bottle, there's no immediate 60% aggressiveness to it. Like, I'm able to take a big sniff and not get taken aback by it. Let's see what it's like in the glass. It'll open up a little bit in there. So there we go, got it in the glass. So Kilkerran's really cool in the sense I think it's all the staff at Springbank work there. Like, they go and they do all the production and everything at Kilkerran. I think it only runs 8 weeks of the year when they're making their whiskey, so it's not a full year production they're putting out, and for such little time they're producing brilliant stuff. So I'm excited again to get back to this and go for more Kilkerran and just try and see past the 8-year-old Sherry Bomb, which will be difficult, but I think the base product, the base spirit which they're doing is going to be brilliant because their value for money is unbelievable the value for money drams that they do. So let's have a wee sniff and then we'll get back to some of the story of it. Colour of it's great, it's super young, non-age statement, but I believe from what I've seen and heard is it's just over 3 years old. It is literally legal whiskey, if that makes sense. So you get a little bit more there of the alcohol coming through. I think having a wider base and having it open, it's there, but you can definitely get a lot of flavour. This is heavily peated. I think it's 84 ppm is what it says. So phenol, so parts per million is the way I kind of say it, peat per million. But it's not an aggressive hit of peat in the nose, which you would expect. It's quite citrusy coming through. You've got that kind of murkiness, the typical Campbelltown smell. I get a kind of typical nose from it. It's just the kind of maritime notes. It's wet, the wee dunnage note to it. But there's a sweetness as well. It's like cake, cheesecake or cream cake. And then that freshness coming through, it's very citrusy. Let's see how the palate goes with the first sip of the day being a 60.9% ABV dram. Slange everyone. Yeah, the alcohol's now there. Can get that. It's crazy to think how peaty that is, and I'm not really getting that big blast of peat. Lasts and lasts and lasts. Creamy. it comes to that, it's more, I would say, very tart like. It's as if you're eating a lemon, in the sense that your mouth keeps watering, it salivates so much with it. But very enjoyable. Citrusy on the palate. It's that dirty smell, that good dirty smell. You know, I think I said that with my Ben Nevis that I had before. It's not as extreme as a Ben Nevis as in funk, but there is definitely a little funk there. But creamy, citrus, cake. Would I say pineapple? Oh, it could be, it's kind of close to that, like, of the citrus side of it. It's a really good first pour. It just, your mouth just totally waters with it. The high ABV, there's no aggression. It doesn't taste young. It doesn't taste young at all. I've got some water here, which I will put a little drop in as well and try. A few dashes, a wee splodge. But I think I seen a review with Roy from Aquavita done this, and I totally agreed. I think it's very plain in what they do with their branding. I think they could do a lot more with it. Tasting notes and stuff on there, but it says exactly what it is. You wouldn't miss it when you seen it. It's good. The heavily peated is a different shape from the standard bottlings of the 12-year-old and their 8-year-old. It's different. I like that. But yeah, it's just very plain Jane, but producing top quality, top notch whiskey. 8 weeks of the year, I think, producing that in such a small amount. That's one of the things I'd seen as well. I'm not 100% sure it's true. I'd seen it in the book, was that Springbank took over Kilkerran, Glengyle, to resurrect it, to give it a meaning, so that Campbelltown would be classed again as a region that you have to have, supposedly, the Scottish whisky. So association says that you have to have a minimum of 3 distilleries to be classed as a region. So they resurrected this back, put everything into it, and I think it was 2004, I think it sat dormant for about 79 years, and then it was resurrected again, and look what they're doing. Great stuff. Pricing's on point, the quality's top notch. For what you pay, for what you get, is amazing. The only downside, yeah, branding is just a little bit low, but you look at Springbank, they don't want to be fancy and everything. It's trusting the liquid, and it's a total trust thing. And I trust the liquid. Campbelltown has me, Glengyle and Springbank totally have me, and I like Glen Scotia. I've not had enough of it to totally be there, but what I have tried, I've really enjoyed. Getting a lot more vanilla coming through now, just adding a little bit of water there. Like a vanilla cheesecake. That's probably the best way to describe it. Vanilla cheesecake. I'm starting to get little whiffs of smoke now, but that salty maritime note's still there, the dunnagey wetness to it. If you told me this was heavily peated, I would say it would throw me that it's peated at all. I don't know if it's just because it's my first dram or anything like that. My palate's maybe not picking everything up on it, but my nose, it's not screaming peated when it's in red block writing saying heavily peated. Totally don't get that. But I'm really loving it. Really am loving it. This is, yeah. I think I'm off tomorrow, so what I believe is I will probably have another dram tonight, sit back, watch some TV and get to know it a bit more again. But yeah, happy with it, very, very happy with it. Would buy it again if I could find it. I was so lucky in picking this up. I would buy 2 if I could, especially the 8-year-old cherry bomb. But really looking forward to what they're going to bring out next, looking forward to the next range or the next releases. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for everything that they do and try and get my hands on as much as I can. But everyone, thanks again for joining in for another review. If you have liked it, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me some comments what you think. I will put a wee post up on Facebook. I know I've not done a wee on Instagram, sorry. I know that I've not done a wee competition, but I'll try and think of something. Just now, I'm sending something tomorrow, so if that gets there in one piece, great, then I'll be able to do something. So just keep a wee eye out, follow me on Instagram, it's Kevin Grant on whisky as well there. And tune in next weekend, I will see you again with another review, see what else I've got. I'll pick out the cupboard and we can get on with. But thanks again everyone, thanks for the support, and I hope to see you all soon. Next time, let's talk whisky. Slange.